quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The drive will commence with a run by WK13. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on second down, Hurts. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing his receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. One here to run. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How do we get in there and knock another one away? I think maybe that took away being gone. His defense is a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. Red, yellow. Green, down.
On first down, McIntyre. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. McIntyre. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 18 on the play. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Red, cycle. On the ball.
Off the play fake. McIntyre sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop him into the nose. But 3rd down coming up.
Oh, man, that was close. Had the opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
And now we'll hook up downfield on second down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No score after one on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Ready? Watch out now. 50 Fury. 52 Blaster. Strike. Check strike.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And it was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. The Seahawks at 9-3 here on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. McIntyre finding Walker complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Ready, go.
On 4th down, McIntyre.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
6, 7. Go, Pete. Set, go.
Back to throw again.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go now.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Go, 38.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it pretty well. You know, he's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Ready.
To the right side, this is Walker. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. McIntyre. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Down inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
You kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hurts throw here, take it in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands,
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Off play action. McIntyre. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McIntyre. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Garraway. It's now 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From the 6. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll throw now on the final play. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Well, one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Down. Flight blue. Red, yellow, green jack, blue stripes, blue black. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. McIntyre going right back to Fan. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Black shot. Yellow, go. Red, up.
To throw on second down. McIntyre. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hit.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Garibay on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Hurts.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Airing it out deep for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Red, cycle. Claude Red.
Off play action. McIntyre. Walker with the grab, left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What? Blocker, six. You, yellow. Smash, press.
Looking to throw on second down. McIntyre.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down. McIntyre.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, close deal.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Now they get a 4th-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
A shotgun snap, and it gives it Dobbins.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Extra point up and good by Gary.
And it is 42-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. McIntyre.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Come on, come on.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4. Still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
6, 7, blue, go, black shot, red, cycle. Red.
Back to throw. McIntyre.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch